Okay, today we are going to learn about homophones. Homophones are words that sound the same but mean different things. So they sound the same but they mean different things. For example, the number 2 or I'm going to the store. So they both sound like 2, but one is a number and one is going towards something or to something. So I'm going to read you a story. It's called Zoom Broom by Margie Palantini, and I would like you to find the homophone that is found in the story. Okay, so the story starts out with Gritch the Witch. Gritch the Witch plucked down in her bat-winged chair with a dusty kerplop. She propped up her tootsies, uncurled her toes, then warmed those 13 delicate digits by the roaring fire. Gritch dunked a biscotti into a bubbling brew of espresso and crunched down on the cookie with her good front tooth. She slurped, she slobbered, she smacked her lips. Those crispy wing cookies were so tasty. But as tasty as they were, and they were tasty, make no mistake about that, Gritch's belly still grumbled for something more. A nibble that was just a bit more filling, fattening, furry. Gritch grinned. Yes, yes, rabbit rye, she cackled with a drool. She always did have a hankering for a hunk of hair. Nothing better than the aroma of hot baking bunny bread, Gritch said with a snort. She gave her fingers a snap. She knew just where to find those jumping jackrabbits, too. No problem. The farmer in the dell had a bunch of bunnies hopping all over his place. So with a hi-ho and a derry-o, Gritch grabbed her hat and her broom, gave a whistle, and away they all flew huh? There was a teeny tiny problem, Gritch screeched as she stalled in midair. The old broom just couldn't get it in gear. The stick was stuck. It spit, sputtered, coughed, chugged, choked, and then gave out a long gasping gurgle, did one loop-de-loop and a tailspin towards ground zero. What the, whoa, hey, what the, hey, craboom. Hey, she spat. Gritch moaned, she groaned, she oohed, she ouched, and then she wobbled and hobbled over to what was left of her old broomstick. It was not a pretty sight. I've seen toothpicks better looking than this, she squawked, still spitting splinters and kicking straw. Now what am I going to do? She wailed. How can I get to where I want to go when I can't go to where I want to get what I want? Forget snaring hares and baking a batch of bunny bread. Those toasted tails would have to wait. This witch needed a broom that zip-zap-zoomed. Now how could she get one of those? She wondered as she tapped her lucky wart. Who can I turn to? Gritch said as she fingered through her address book. There's the Witch of the West. Maybe I can borrow a broom from her. No, poor dear had a meltdown. The Witch of the East? No, old gal had one of those awful house accidents. Let's see. Gritch muttered. Yes, the Witch in the Woods. She never leaves that sweet little cottage. I'll just borrow a broom from her, Gritch declared, already limping down the lane. That shouldn't be a problem. Problem! Uh-oh, she screeched to a halt. Drats, she grumbled. I can't go over there. She has those kids, Hansel and Gretel, living with her. Eesh, there's something about those two I just don't trust. They look at me the way I look at them. Yikes! Gritch decided it was best not to borrow a broom. She would just buy one. So she hoofed it on over to Foxy's for the best deal in town. Foxy's. We get you where you want to go. Well, howdy do and welcome to you, said the salesman. He rushed over to Gritch before her big toe could hit the showroom floor. Allow me, madam, my card. He took Gritch by the arm. Looking for some new transportation, are you? Well, you've come to the right place. I can see you're a lady of quality, distinction, definite taste. Hold your sloppy choppers right there, bud, said Gritch, as Foxy rolled back his tongue. Don't say another word, interrupted the fox. I know what you're looking for. Tell you what I'm going to do. he said with a clap. Gonna roll out the red carpet for you. Yes, sirree, looky here, straight from a lad in the east. It's plush, it's lush, tassel-free, you'll feel like you're floating on air. A rug? Gritch grasped with a glare. I don't want a rug. Okie dokie, little lady, okie dokie. You say no rug, then no rug. Tell you what I'm gonna do, he said with a clap. Special for you just until midnight. This magical little number right here, fit for a princess. Very low mileage. Use only once. Runs like a charm. What's that you say? Don't like the color orange? Well, for you, we can paint it. We can paint it. A pumpkin? Gritch grumbled with a stare. I don't want a pumpkin. Absolutely, little lady, absolutely. You say no pumpkin, then no pumpkin. The vegetable look doesn't appeal to you. Fine, Danny, tell you what I'm going to do, the fox said with a clap. Maybe, save the spill. Cut the chit-chat and can the flim-flam, Foxy, shouted Gretchen to the salesman's snout. My legs are pooped, and my tootsies are toasted. Ditch the pitch. I want a broom. A zoom broom, a stick that's quick, a power launch. Get it? Got it? Good. Right this way, little lady, right this way, said the fox. A zoom broom you want, a zoom broom you'll get. Why didn't you say so? Yes, sirree, the best brooms you can buy. Pick any you want. Oh, my, exclaimed Gritch, seeing all the brooms. So I want you to notice the names on all the brooms. You look right here, see all the names of our brooms. Okay? There's so many to choose from. This one or that one. I don't know. Which one is the one I want? Okie dokie, little lady, Foxy said with a clap. Which one is the one you want? That's what I said. You flaky fox. Which one is the one I want? Fine with me, he said. Which one? That's what I'm asking you. Which one is the zoom broom? Which one is a zoom broom? That's right, said the fox. What's right, said Gritch. That's right. Right on the left. Left. I don't want any old brooms that are left, you flim-flam pleaser. I want a new one, a zoom broom. You fox-trotting floor-flesher, give me one. The fox gulped. Anything you say, madam, then I'll wrap up which one. Which one? Anyone, screeched Gritch. That one, she pointed out. Oh, you want that broom, sighed the fox. So you want two. Two? Wailed the witch. I don't want two. What would I do with two brooms? I want one broom. One. The fox uncurled his nose. He took a deep breath and grated his teeth. Fine, little lady, he said, unruffling skirt. Then it's which one? That's what I'm asking you, groaned the Gritch. Which one? You're giving me such a problem. The fox sighed. Perhaps, little lady, you should forget about the broom. Forget about the broom? Hello? She screeched. I need a broom, you ninny. I'm a witch, remember? Oh, so you're a witch, said the fox, losing his patience. So what? Gritch glared. She stared. She screeched, squealed, squawked, kicked, and stomped. So what? So what? So what? Gritch stopped stomping. Wait a minute. You're right. So what? After all, she thought, even a broom with a zip-zap-zoom was probably just too old-fashioned for a witch with her style. Why, with her brains, beauty, and talent, she could make anything fly. Okay there, Foxy, give me something hip, something hot, something happening. A classic, said the fox. It's you. Care to take it for a spin? The fox said, dangling the key. Spin? Gritch gave a hoot. Under my spell, this baby's greased lightning. Top down? Asked the fox. The only way to fly, cackled Gritch, jumping in. I must warn you, little lady, said the fox. It gets a bit chilly out there with the top down, and I can see you don't have a coat. Gritch looked at him and grinned. Ooh, don't worry about me. I'll think of something, Foxy. No problem at all. Zoom. Okay, so in that story, the homophones were what? That's right. So they were which and which. Okay. So I want you to think of what homophones are. And I want you to create a sentence about your own. Pick a homophone. So I chose bear and bear. I'm going to pass you a sheet of paper and you are going to draw a picture of your homophones and then use them both in a sentence. So for example, my bear and bear, I had the bear had bare feet. Okay, so you need to write a sentence about your own homophones.